And man, we were just so excited to be joined by the newest member of the Las Vegas Raiders, Casey Hayward Jr. And Casey, man, first off, congratulations. Welcome to Las Vegas. And what have the past couple of days been like for you?
First off, thank you. But it's been a little hectic because I was already flying to Cali, and then I got a call from Gus Bradley like, "Yo, Casey, got Gruden on the phone. Like, he want to talk to you." I was like, "Okay, what's up, coach?" And then he was like, "Hey, we want to get you out here. I'll fly you out here, have a physical. Hopefully, we can get a deal done." And like I said, I had talked to Gus, a couple times. Obviously, he's just checking up on me as well. Gus been my D coordinator for the last 4 years. So me and Gus were real tight. So he obviously called me, check on me throughout the process as well. But, getting the gauge and see who interested, because they were very interested. So it just kind of worked out in my favor.
Were you kind of caught off guard hearing Gruden's voice on the phone? Because you see Gus's number pop up, right? So you pick up the phone, and then Gus is like, "Hey, by the way, here's JG."
You're right, exactly. When you hear his voice, it's the same voice you always hear from Monday Night Football and things like that. So he got that voice where it just sticks out. And, he got that voice where it's, a little intimidating. But, he's grooving. So I was able to talk to him. When I got to the facility, sat down with him, had, a little 15-minute meeting with him and told me his plans. And, he's excited to have me, on the team as well.
And I think you just look at the fan response too, and everyone knows that fans can be a little fickle, but the overwhelming majority has been these fans are excited to have Casey Hayward in silver and black. But Casey, why now? What about the timing of this as we record this on May 6th? What about the timing of the signing worked out for both parties, do you think?
Man, it just kind of just worked out because I told my agent, from the start, he was like, "Yo, we can sign somewhere now if you want." That was early on. And I'm like, and the things we was hearing I was just like, we could just wait it out until after the draft and see, which teams really need corners, which teams didn't draft corners as high and things like that. Because obviously, when you got corners, drafted first round, second round, they expect guys to play. And we, even with the Raiders, we got some first round and second round guys, that they expect to play as well. And I expect to go in there and compete with them and go in there and help win games with those same guys. So, it was just more like, let's see what people got and what people need. And I feel like, I fit the Raiders perfect. I know the scheme like the back of my hand. I've played in the last 4 years. So,
Was it hard for you just as a competitor, as an athlete, as a guy who's had a lot of success in the league, to kind of have to be patient a little bit throughout this process?
Not really. I remember the first time I hit free agency, it was very similar. It was kind of very similar to that. Probably didn't wait as long, maybe a little shorter, but it was very similar to that. But I knew, my whole life is all about patience. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everybody in this league. It's about patience and, waiting on the right turn. And hopefully this works out and we can go and win a lot of games, win a division and try to win a Super Bowl.
I think, they say patience is a virtue for a reason, right? It doesn't matter if you're playing football, if you're someone like me, if you're an accountant, whatever. Patience it's hard, but in the end, it really pays off for you. And Casey, what about you've talked about Gus Bradley a lot, and you're very familiar with Gus, and obviously you and Gus have a relationship off the field too. But how important was his presence here in Las Vegas to ultimately getting you here and signing as a Raider?
Oh man, it was big. Like I said, Gus, my guy, he's one of the most genuine guys you're gonna meet, one of the most genuine coaches you're gonna meet. And, he shot it straight with me from the beginning, like from the first time we talked about the Raiders and things like that. So that what I respect about Gus. So he's one of my guys and I'll do anything for him. And it's the same way. You know what I mean? Like if you go back and look, Gus probably had opportunity to go anywhere he wanted. You know what I mean? He's one of the top D coordinators in his league. And Gus so loyal, he brought all the guys from the Chargers with him because he believed in those guys and you know what I mean? So he's so loyal to everybody, and I just kind of wanted, to do the same thing. with Gus. And like you said, I was with Milo, Ron Miles for the last 5 years. So he been my cornerback coach for the last 5 years. Now it's about to be 6 years. So me and him got a really good relationship, and Addie as well.
It's a relationship business, right, Casey? I mean, it's all,
Right.
there's so many X's and O's that get into it, but I tell people at the end of the day, this is a people business. This is a business built on relationships. And like you said, Gus has shown a tremendous amount of loyalty to his guys, to you, obviously, now. And I imagine there's some part of you that kind of wants to pay that back a little bit. But you talk about being so familiar in the system, and obviously this is a system that you've had a lot of success in individually. How much now can you come into Vegas? Can you come into this defensive room and be a teacher? And I don't think anyone expects you to be the be-all, end-all of everything, being able to read Gus's mind. But I imagine that's got to be a nice position for you to be in, where you look around and be like, hey, I can help build these young guys up. I know what Gus expects, and I know what we're supposed to do in this look.
Oh, no doubt. Obviously, in this league, most of the time it's about it's got a little selfish component to it. But I remember when I was in Green Bay, I got dropped in the second round, and we had some guys that was already there that's had a lot of success. Tramon Williams, Charles Woodson, Sam Shields, those guys won Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, and things like that. And when I got there, those guys treated me just like everybody else. Tramon took me on his wing. He showed me how to, read coverage. He showed me how to watch film and things like that. And obviously, when I got there, I want to come in and play. But Tramon wasn't worried about that. He worried about the bigger picture. He wanted me to get better. He wanted to show me how to be a pro. And over the years, that's what I've been trying to do as well. And when I was with the Chargers, I was doing the same thing. So hopefully, me doing that, passing it on to, guys like Michael Davis, Desmond King, and things like that, that when it's their time to roll through, that they do the same thing. So that's what it's about.
Man, I didn't realize you were in Green Bay the same time as C. Wood.
Yeah.
Man, talk about having a guy to learn from. Sheesh.
Man, got to watch him every day. And C. Wood, he practiced every day. So it was kind of crazy, like, okay, a vet, and he didn't take days off. So
that's why
I try to do the same thing. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Even Tramon Williams, he didn't take days off. He didn't miss games. So I was kind of trying to do the same thing those guys did. And obviously, I've had some success on the field, in large part to the guys like that. So hopefully I can repay that same thing back.
Casey Hayward Jr. is our guest. And Casey, you come into Vegas now and you look at this defense. This defense has gone over a lot of changes over the past couple months. It's no secret that this group needed to get better in 2021. And I think credit to Mike Mayock and John Gruden and their staffs, because they've done that. They've brought a lot of new pieces in, yourself included. Just kind of philosophically, there's a lot of new DBs that are going to be in the mix this year for this team. How long does it take for a group of DBs to really gel together and kind of be able to kind of get it as a group?
You know what? I think it varies each way. I think with Gus, it won't take long. Everybody know what we run. We're gonna mix some coverages in, but pretty much our base defense is what our base defense is. So obviously, with myself, I know the defense. So it's about getting the guys that really don't know it up to speed on the defense. That's what it's about. If you know this defense, you're gonna be able to gel. And that's what it's about, from the linebackers to the secondary up front. I think Gus does a great job of, teaching. And as long as guys are willing to learn and put in the effort in his defense, the sky's the limit in the defense. So, like you said, we got better up front. We was already pretty solid in the linebacker. And, is in the secondary, it's all about keeping that ball in front of you, get some turnovers, and I think that's what we can do on this defense.
You excited to only have to go up against Derek Carr in practice now and not on Sundays?
Of course, him Waller, him and Jacobs. Got some other good wide receivers as well. So the last few years, it's been going back and forth. So when I was playing them, so I'm happy to be on this side of it. The goal is to go on to win a division and then go pursue the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talk about that rivalry too. Now you're on the other side of things, and look, you know as well as I do how excitable these Raiders fans can be come game day. It's got to be. I imagine you're probably excited to have them yelling for you on Sundays now instead of at you like they used to, huh?
No doubt. Hey, Raider Nation is crazy. When we used to play at in LA, they'll have more fans than us. So it's kind of wild to be on the opposite side of it and get to experience the fans in Raider Nation. So we can't wait to, have those fans in Vegas rooting for us and making a lot of noise and showing up to all the away games as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And there's one thing that this fan base does, man, is they travel really, really well. I mean, you got fans in LA, you got fans in Oakland, fans in Vegas, fans in New York. It doesn't matter, right? They are everywhere.
Right.
Every road game you go to, you are going to see a big silver and black presence. And just last one with our new friend, Casey Hayward. Dude, Casey, have you had a chance to check out the new stadium yet, or is that kind of on the to-do list?
No, I checked it. We played there last year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we played there last year. Amazing stadium. Man, can't wait to have all the fans in there. It's gonna be crazy. Even our practice facilities is crazy. It's like top notch. Coming, I'm like, wow, this is what I get to come to every day. I could. So when they got me in the building, they kind of already got me.
Yeah, hey, obviously we're happy it worked out that way. We're excited to have you in silver and black. Casey, congratulations on the new deal, man. We're excited to get you here in Vegas to see you in person at some point coming up. But like I said, man, enjoy the next couple of days with your family. I'm sure it's an exciting time for everyone involved. Yeah. And we'll catch up with you soon, all right?
All right, thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.